Hey everybody, thanks for watching our webinar. We're talking about healthy holiday eating. I have a few other coaches on the call here with me. So everybody say hi really quick. We have Lauren, say hi.
Hi there.
There's Sarah. And then we have Corey.
Hi.
And my name is Natalie, and the four of us are going to be leading this webinar, just talking about healthy holiday eating, because we all kind of need this. So let's see. Oh, I'm going to share my screen, and bear with me a little bit because I'm still kind of learning how to do some of this stuff. So I'm going to share my screen here. Who is a little bit nervous about those holiday, the holiday meals and what you're going to eat? Anybody? Okay, sorry. I'm still trying to figure out how to share my screen. Here we go. Mommy, can you see this? Can you see my screen?
Not yet. No.
Okay, can you see my screen now?
It's loading up.
It's okay, cool. Okay, my computer's a little bit slow, so that's part of the problem too. Okay, so we're all excited for the holiday parties. It's a fun time of year. There's a lot of food around, and we all get tempted, and it's a tempting time of year. Okay, what's going on with my computer? Okay, here we go. Tell me, can you see this? Sorry guys, technical difficulties. It's loading on my side. Can you guys see it?
See that it's loading.
Okay. Well, let's talk for a minute. We're in America, we tend to gain weight during the holidays, right? And if you're watching this webinar, then you probably have a goal that you don't want to gain that weight during the holidays. So this is why we decided to do this webinar, just to kind of help people and give tips. And I'll tell you something about myself really, really fast. I like to eat food, and that is probably the biggest reason why I became a health coach, is because I get tempted by food. I'll be honest. I like food, and being a health coach has helped me to kind of keep that in check, because I'm talking to people every day about being healthy. And so I love food. Okay, this is why we're doing this presentation, is to help other people. So can you guys see this now? Now that it finally loaded?
Got it. It's good.
Okay, perfect. Yep. Here is the obesity epidemic in America. It's an epidemic for sure. I mean, just look at this slide. Back in 1985, you know, I like that they had to change the colors even. So kind of crazy. We're growing fat in America. That's not any secret. We're now 2/3 of us in America are overweight, and 1/3 of us are obese. Children, even we're seeing this in children. They used to call it adult onset diabetes, and now they've changed it to call it type 2 diabetes, because we're seeing it in children. So it's kind of sad. It has everything to do with our lifestyle and our eating habits. Again, the reason why we're doing this presentation is to help people, to give you some tips through the holidays, because the average American gains weight from October to January. So let's, we have temptations everywhere, you know, holiday parties. What else do we have? You know, your neighbors bring you treats, all sorts of stuff. So it's easy to gain weight over the holidays, right? Since I've become a health coach, this concept of brain over binge, tell me, are the slides catching up? Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're a little slow. Okay. Brain over binge is probably my favorite concept that I have learned since becoming a health coach. So basically, we're going to talk about this for a second because it's really important. We have two parts of our brain, and we could go on and on about just this concept. We could do a whole webinar just on this. But basically we have two parts of our brain, and the one part of our brain is the part of our brain that realizes our goals and knows what we want. This is the part of our brain that tells us to wake up and exercise every morning and tells us that, I don't actually want to eat that food. But then we have another part of our brain that this is the part that controls, the fight or flight. So it's an important part of our brain. It's something that we need. But this part of our brain also tells us that no matter what you eat, if there's food, you eat. And so, I could go on and on about this concept of brain over brain. But basically, one thing that you need to learn is to listen to your brain and know which part of your brain is telling you to do something. Lauren, Sarah, Corey, jump in if you have any insight on this. But basically, when that part of your brain is telling you to eat the brownie or eat all of the food at the holiday party or whatever it is, what we do is first recognize, that part of my brain is telling me to eat this food. However, it doesn't coincide with my health goals. So I'm going to recognize that that's what my brain is telling me, but then I'm going to make a choice based off of what my goals are. So does anybody have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I do, Natalie. So for me, over the holidays, what I'm realizing is that my biggest issue is not so much that there is more goodies around, but that the stress and things going on emotionally around me about the time of the holidays is what's making me crave some of those foods. Because that one part of my brain, that the fight or flight, is saying you need some comfort, and this tastes good and feels good. And so that's my biggest thing. So just being mindful and kind of stopping before you just grab something and shove it in your mouth, and thinking about, okay, is this something that I really want or really need? Or is this just that part of my brain telling me that's something I want? So that's been really helpful for me.
Yeah, thank you, Lauren. Anybody else want to comment real quick? I love this concept. It's helped me so much in making good choices, just to recognize that, I have these two separate parts of my brain. We like to call it and the lizard brain is telling me that I should eat something, but just to be able to recognize that it is telling me, and that's not actually what I want. And so I love this concept. So we have all sorts of holiday parties and everything coming up. So this is what we're gonna do. First of all, I'm going into parties, and I've noticed for myself that if I don't have a plan, then I'm probably going to eat everything that's there. So we want to figure out our goals, first of all, and then make a plan that's based upon your goals that will help you to reach your goals. And one other thing I want to throw out there too, I heard somebody the other day say that it's the holiday and not the month. And I liked that concept because I like to eat. I'm going to be honest, on Christmas Day, I'm probably going to eat cinnamon roll and eggnog and probably some candy because it's Christmas. And for me, that's just kind of me. And everybody has their own goals. But so for me to be able to attain my goals, I keep it for the holiday, and then the rest of the month I try to follow a plan. So, come up with your own plan, decide what it is, and again, a plan that will help you to reach your goals, and then decide to stick to that plan. One thing that I've noticed on a holiday is that a lot of people tend to skip meals. Anybody skip meals because they're saving up calories or whatever? Thanksgiving, my brothers always taught me, don't eat breakfast so that you can be extra hungry for Thanksgiving. But I'm realizing that actually that's counterproductive for my health goals, is because it slows down my metabolism, and then I'm gonna eat more because I'm hungry. So don't skip meals. We teach the concept of eating 6 small meals a day, and also pairing proteins with carbohydrates. which again, we could talk about that a lot more too, but anybody else want to add to that?
Yeah, can I say something, Natalie?
Yes, please, Sarah.
I think part of, for me, to be able to have a plan is I really needed to understand what my body needed. And once I had a better understanding of how much extra I was giving my body, then I could better formulate my plan and stick to it.
Yeah, for sure. I love it. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, anybody else want to say something real quick? Okay, so do you guys go to like, what are they called? Potlucks? Yeah, potlucks. We have a lot in our, church group or work parties. We end up going to a lot of potlucks. So this is my suggestion. Take a look at the whole table and decide what you're gonna fill up on first. So, or what you're gonna fill your plate with, I guess. So instead of like going through the line and, I have to have that and I have to have that. What I recommend is, walk through the line first, take a look and decide what's most important for you. And then remember too that one part of your brain is going to tell you that you have to have everything, but that part of your brain doesn't know that there's going to be food again tomorrow. So just, remember that and decide what's most important. Fill up first on protein and vegetables. Try to fill as much as your plate with that as possible, and then because it's a special occasion, let yourself have some of the other things, but decide what's most important, and then just have a small sample of that. You don't feel like you need to fill up your plate with all of the green bean casserole and Jello salad is what we have here in Utah. We eat a lot of that, and it's just full of sugar, although it's delicious. But just have a small sample and try to cut portions. Eat a half a piece of pie instead of a full pie. And then when you go to these potlucks, take your own potluck with you so that you know that you'll have a healthy option. I was once at a potluck and discovered that the only healthy option that was there was what I took. So I was sure glad that I had taken something. So, yeah. Corey, do you want to say anything, or anybody else?
I can't really think of anything to say.
No, you're fine. I'm calling on you on the spot. I did not warn her about that.
I do like the concept that you mentioned just a few minutes ago of it being a holiday, not a holiday month. And, just knowing that I can still have a little bit of freedom on the holiday to eat what I want. I think that kind of helps me get through all of the other days during the month leading up to that, just knowing that there will be a day that I can indulge a little bit. And so I'm able to more easily pass up all the little treats that come to our door. So yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Thank you. I loved that concept when I heard it. It's like, oh yeah, whole month. No, it's just a holiday. So, okay, here's another really great tip. This is one of my favorite things. Drink water. Water is, I always say, oh, there's Sarah with her water bottle. Yeah. Our company, we definitely encourage our clients to drink a lot of water. 100 ounces a day actually is what I encourage my clients to drink. And there goes Lauren drinking some water too. And so water, I always say it's like
not drink it.
What was that, Sarah?
You can't talk about it and think about it and not drink it.
Yeah.
Suggestion.
And it really just becomes a habit too. Like once you get to that point where you're drinking a lot of water, it's hard to go without it. Like sometimes I'll forget to take my water bottle with me if we're traveling, going shopping, and I forget my water bottle. And it's only a couple of hours and I'm like dying for water. And just because my body's used to that now. And so it's really telling me that I need water. So drink water. It's going to help you feel more full. It actually helps you lose weight and, boost your energy. And it's 0 calories. And if you don't like to just drink plain water, Lauren is going to tell you about the options that we have, suggestions that we have for in case you don't like to drink plain water.
In case you don't like to drink plain water. Yeah. So I actually love water. I have a really good friend who who doesn't like plain water. So she gets really creative, and I love her ideas. So she will add lemon piece to her water, or lime. She'll add cucumber, which is actually pretty yummy, or it's not in season right now, a piece of watermelon. Or you can add some of those 0-calorie fruit flavorings that you find that are a little powdered, and add to those. But what I think is what I love about water is it does so many good things for your body. And even when you might be craving something yummy or think you're hungry for something else, if you drink water first, sometimes that will go away, because sometimes it's an indication that you're actually thirsty. So if you drink water first, and sometimes I'll eat a small meal and feel like, oh, I'm still kind of hungry, but then I'll chug some water. I'm good after that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, my body just needed water.
Yeah.
So drink water first, always.
Always, always. I like what you said. That I do that too. If I think that I'm still hungry, I just drink some water, and then I realize that I'm not. And yeah, like thirst is actually, or let's see, I'm gonna say this wrong. Never mind. Skip that. I was gonna say it wrong.
Hunger is sometimes an indication of thirst.
Yes. I don't know why that couldn't come out. Okay.
I gotcha.
Anybody else want to add something? Okay. So, we're trying to go to the next slide. Here we go. Sorry. I went 2 slides. So, my brothers, okay, we're going back to my brothers again. I grew up with 4 brothers, and if you wanted to eat, you had to be quick. So I've learned in my adult life to slow down. This really has been really helpful for me in my life, like learning to eat healthy, is just to really sit and enjoy your food. Because like I said, growing up, it kind of was a race. It was like, see how fast you can eat. We would go to buffets and like, let's see how many plates we can eat. And I don't know why did we do that? But now I'm learning to just really enjoy my food. Like, stop and chew it and taste it, smell it. Like, it sounds dumb, but really you're going to get a lot of satisfaction from smelling your food, chewing it longer, and then swallow. Like, you're going to get more satisfaction from less food if you do that. And also remember that these holiday gatherings it's not about the food, it's about the people that you're surrounded by. So, and sometimes I think we tend to just make it about the food. I don't know about you guys, but food is a big thing in my family. But, we sit and talk too, and that's really what you need to focus on, is like focus on the people and not the food. And so, who else wants to add to that? Okay, so we're gonna go on to the next slide. So my friend, ironically, my friend gave me a suggestion when I was putting this slide together. She said, have a friend, like have a support system, so that when you're at these gatherings or whatever, if somebody brings cookies to your door or whatever it is, tell your friends first of all that you have a plan and that you're trying to make healthy choices, that you're being conscious. Because if you talk to them about it, most likely they're going to be understanding and they're going to be supportive. So just tell people what you're doing, and then ask, just ask them to be supportive. And then at a holiday gathering or whatever, tell your family, hey, like, can I be accountable to you? Like, will you do this with me? If there's a friend, they're going to say yes. So have a support system. Support is a huge part of our company. And, as health coaches, that's what we do. That's our number one job, is to support people. So it's a really important concept. And so anybody want to add to that? Anything? Any experiences that you've had? How to support?
I actually just got an email from a friend, and she said, who had done one of the health challenges with us recently. She said that over the course of the challenge, she was super motivated to stick to her healthy goals when she has someone to be responsible for. That her self-control is not as strong when she's doing it on her own. But it's no surprise that healthy support system is helpful in all areas of my life. So it was really cool to hear that actual application and report of, hey, this has really made a difference for me.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's a huge thing. When I was in college, I had a running buddy, and I knew that, well, you know, we would get up every morning and go running. And there was one time that I said to her, you know, if I didn't know that you were running from outside, I'd probably still be in bed. And she was like, oh, that's funny, because I was thinking the same thing. And so because we both had somebody to be accountable to, then we both got out of bed and went running. It's huge, you know, just have a support system. And so I'm going to move on because I don't want this presentation to take too much longer. Oh, except my computer froze. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I wanted to share a healthy recipe. And look at that turkey. Oh, the turkey went away. But it's kind of fun to just think about sharing something healthy for the, you know, taking this for your potluck. Look how cute that is, that turkey. And people are going to see that and they're going to be like, oh, how cute. And it's fun and it's healthy. And when you make your dip, use non-fat Greek yogurt use like plain Greek yogurt instead of sour cream. It's going to be a lot more healthy, have more protein and fewer calories. So, and I wanted to share this recipe.
Just a minute, okay.
Hopefully you can see it all. If not, then, you know, contact whoever sent you this presentation. We can get you the recipe. If you can see it all. Can you guys see it all?
It looks good.
Okay. So just, you know, pause the recording, write it down if you want. I got it off of the Food Network, so there's no plagiarism or whatever. This is not my recipe. It's from Bobby Flay. I'm not taking credit for this recipe, but it looks awesome. Brussels sprouts with pomegranate and hazelnuts. That sounds pretty good, huh? Like I might make this holiday season. Actually, I love Brussels sprouts. Do you guys love Brussels sprouts?
Not really.
Oh, they're like one of my favorite. I would rather have.
That recipe looks good though.
Yeah, we like skip the green bean casserole and we make Brussels sprouts because my kids even like it. My 4-year-old twins, they like
awesome.
Sprouts. So yeah. So okay. So everybody listening, watching, I want you to just take a minute and think about what your health goals are. And what is it exactly that you want for yourself, for your health, and you know, just kind of close your eyes and think about it for a minute and paint a picture. What would it be like to be able to reach your goals and, you know, to be whatever it is, to be at a healthy weight, to have more energy, to just, I don't know, be active. Some people, their goal is to run a marathon. Other people, their goal is that they just want to have energy to play with their kids. So think about your goals and what it is that you want to do, where you want to be in your life, and how would it feel to be there? What would it mean to the people in your life if you could be there too? You know, think about your children, your spouse, whoever it is. And because sometimes we don't think about them, but think about, you know, what would it mean to your children if you were at a healthy place that you could get on the floor and play with them, or just have energy to take them for a bike ride, whatever it is. You know, think about those people in your life and what would it mean to them, but think about what's this going to mean for you too. Think long term, just being around longer, and then, you know, so what is it that's holding you back from reaching these goals? What is it that's going to take to get to these goals? And then why not start now, you know? A lot of people are like, oh, it's the holidays. Sorry, I went too far on my slides. But, you know, a lot of people are like, it's the holidays. I just want to wait until January. But, you know, what I think is, why wait? Why not now? Why not start now? Why have this attitude of, I'm just going to eat whatever I want during the holidays and then I'll start again in January? You know, my idea, my thoughts, I guess, are start being mindful now. Start thinking about it now. And For some reason, I can't go back on this slide. So I probably covered it all, I'm sure. Find a plan that works for you. And then, you know, our company, we do have a really great meal plan, an awesome meal plan that I love. I've used it personally for myself, and it has helped me to reach the lowest weight that I've been in my adult life. Even before, you know, before I had kids, I was being really mindful of my eating. And I was exercising a lot. I trained for and competed in a marathon, and I never was able to reach the weight that I'm at now. And, you know, I just kind of thought, I guess this was where I'm healthy, or where my body is at, but I was not at a healthy weight. And with this meal plan, I've been able to get there. And we do have an awesome meal plan. And Lauren, do you want to share your story real quick too of the program?
Yeah, sure. Along with being a health coach, I'm also a physical therapist assistant. So health is nothing that's new, that was ever new to me. I knew basic things. And after my third baby, I just could not lose the weight. And I was trying to do things that I knew, but it just wasn't working. And I ended up joining the online healthy challenge and then going full force in the program and realizing, okay, it is helpful to have someone along with you, to have that support to guide you through and to fix all those little things and to really follow those healthy habits. And I lost 35 pounds. I'm the smallest I've been in my adult life. And I have the most energy. Before I battled with postpartum depression and moodiness and was always tired, just chalk it up to being a mom of 3 kids. But now I don't feel like I need a nap every day, and I feel great. So there are so many great tools out there, but this one I have just been passionate about and can't say enough good things. And so sometimes, even though we think you may not need that support, it makes a world of a difference.
Yeah, thank you, Lauren. I love it. I love this plan too. It's awesome. It's great. I think everybody should do it. Sarah, how about, can you share your story real quick with us too?
Yeah, I was struggling with keeping up with energy and keeping up with life and feeling like I was doing something. And every time I looked in the mirror, I just saw something I didn't like, and I couldn't move past that. I couldn't be the person that I wanted to be. I was active and I was working out and I felt strong on the inside, but what I saw on the outside just didn't, it was holding me back. It just wasn't what I needed to be. And so when I found the program, it helped me to be able to drop the problems I was having with emotional eating and to move forward and understand better how to eat healthy, and was able to lose 35 pounds and get the energy to match what I wanted to have and to move on with life and be able to share that too.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Sarah has an awesome story. I love it. And Corey, she's just a brand new health coach, and she has an awesome story too. I love it. And Corey, would you mind sharing with us real quick?
No, that's fine. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. I have 7 kids, and over the course of the years, I've put on about 37 pounds from what I was before I had kids. And after the birth of my last baby, I started exercising, just trying to be really healthy, but not really knowing how to go about it. And after about a month and a half of exercising, I realized that none of the weight was coming off, and I just got really discouraged and just gave up on exercising and just kind of accepted that that was my new weight. But on the inside, I just knew that that was not me. That wasn't who I wanted to be, what I wanted to look like. I felt really insecure about myself. And just with having 7 kids, I felt tired all the time. I was content to just sit on the couch all day and just let the kids play around me and not really interact with them too much. And you know, that's just kind of sad for my kids to have that kind of a memory of their mom. And so when I was introduced to this program, within my first month, I was able to lose 20 pounds, and that put me down to a weight that I hadn't been at for over 10 years. And it was amazing to me that I was able to get that weight off so easily without having to do the rigorous exercises and everything that I had been trying to do before. And I've noticed a huge increase in my energy. I'm no longer content to just sit on the couch all day. I want to be up playing with my kids and doing fun things with them and just helping create good memories for them. So I've really loved this program and what it has done for me. And I just love the support that I've had throughout. And so, yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Yay. I love these stories. I love hearing everybody's stories of this program because it really is. I think it's a great program. And I put up some before and after pictures here, and these are just a handful. And this is just a couple. And I put up Connie and Greg here, this couple that's on this on this picture. They are health coaches that are on our team too. And I just had to put their picture because they are so inspiring. And I wish they could have been on this call actually, but they are incredible. And Greg lost over 100 pounds. I don't remember exactly how many, but over 100 pounds. And Connie lost, I think, like 75. And they've been maintaining this for just about a year now. Decided to become health coaches to pay it forward. And they're doing awesome, incredible things. Just a handful of, thousands and thousands of people who have benefited from this program and been able to reach their health goals and are now maintaining and, living a healthy lifestyle. So if you do have any more questions about our program, then contact the person who shared this with you, and we can definitely give you more information about our company and the way that the program works. Otherwise, we hope that you've enjoyed having these health tips, because our biggest goal is really just to help people whatever way that we can. And so if there's any way that we can help you, then, contact us. Let us know if there's anything that we can do for you. But I've put our contact information in here in case you need it. Feel free to share this with other people as well. And hope that you all have a good, happy holiday. And that's it. Anyway, okay, everybody say bye. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Okay. Thanks for being on, and we'll see you later.